gentlemen, after a restart, I'm Ricky.
And I'm Sean.
Sean,
Oh,
you think you're stable over there? Have you got everything okay?
I think I'm good, dude. I must tell you, a weird thing. I noticed today that Dan TDM will be banned in this household because he is a bad influence on my son. And you say, why? Why would Dan TDM say anything bad? He didn't. He didn't do anything bad. And I'm just joking. We're coming home today, and there's a big 18-wheeler. It is fully loaded, like one of those double-decker ones.
Yeah, I got you.
And it's really nice. And I'm like, man, that thing's a monster. And Jax goes, yeah, that's a big lorry.
Oh, Lori.
I was like, man,
That's a big old lorry.
Dan TDM has been teaching you the wrong things. That is an 18-wheeler.
We're going to get on the lift.
Oh man, so yeah, I thought some people listening might enjoy that. That was I got a chuckle out of that. I was like, Lori.
No, that's
that's
so funny.
I'm like, I know you haven't been watching Top Gear, so you must have got it from Dan TDM.
Yeah. Now, so I told you I had a story, and I do. If you could see, if you're watching us on a video, you can see I don't have any wires on my headphones. It looks like Ricky may have had a new headphone experience, and I did. The reason is,
what'd you do?
Well, last night I got to prepare them for the podcast, and I can't find my headphones. I just can't. Right. They're not in here. I was like, what have I done? Did I set them down? Are they under a shoe or something? What the heck happened to my headphones? Looking around, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I know.
Hudson.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen Daddy's headphones? Oh, no.
Oh, that's the no that means
Hudson,
yes.
Have you seen Daddy's headphones? If they're broken, will it matter? So, after about 20 minutes of come to Jesus, basically, we figured out that the tip of my headphones was broken. So the little the insert was broken off. So yay, got new headphones for the podcast, and they're great. They're
nice.
Now, we don't have a sponsor, but I have always used Skull Candy. I like what they do with in-ear headphones.
Yeah.
I tested these out at the store, and I like them. I've just always liked Skull Candy. I mean, they may be a cheaper brand for some people. I like them. So
I liked them. I always picked up Skull Candies when I would go on deployments, mainly because I could treat them like trash, and if they got wrecked, I was only out like $17 or $18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do get the higher end for the in-ear. And they've lasted. The only I went through like 3 pairs, and that's only because like I've lost one, and like another one I was doing something and like ripped them in two because I was like not paying attention.
That happens.
Which is, I mean, I don't know that you could ask for anything more than that. But my local haul today is a nice pair of new headphones. So, and they're really comfortable, and I kind of have some freedom now.
That's nice and all, but I'm just catching up on what you wrote here on the notes for the next topic. And you wrote pumps brakes on expectations. What are you leading towards here? What have I missed?
Well, the director of WandaVision, I don't have his name pulled up, but the guy who's been directing all this,
yes,
did do a little discussion the other day about what to expect coming up here. Now, everybody loves this show,
yes,
and because of that, everybody has an expectation of what they think is going to happen, who's going to show up, who is and who is not, what they are or what they are not. And, everybody's got an idea of what's going on, and people are talking about it like crazy. Like people I don't normally expect to be talking about this stuff just pop up randomly and go, hey, have you heard about this one? Like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But and he did. Now I did kind of oversell this. He did, he's like, now let's all calm down.
Okay.
And the finale is a TV show finale. There are a lot of rampant rumors out there, and I just want people who have some big expectations for the end of the
Right.
show, maybe to turn it down back to, from 15 to 8, which
Well,
I mean is a reasonable thing,
right.
but I mean, and it is something you need to think about. Maybe stepping back, go, well, maybe they're not going to have the last episode be a movie length and have like every actor we ever want and every character we ever want just show up in the last episode.
Right. Right. I'm looking for one movement. All right. So we jump in to this week's WandaVision episode. And in the words of Agatha, let's visit some reruns. Now, I was not disappointed by this episode. I was not let down by this episode. I loved every second of it, and I've probably watched this one just as many times as I did the previous one.
Okay.
It is, I've enjoyed it like thoroughly. I have read some things and I kind of get the hints that you were disappointed. Other people were disappointed in this episode.
Not disappointed. I mean, it was a lot of rehash up until half of it of stuff we already knew, and they're throw a little pepper of a flavor in there of well, maybe she already had powers and that kind of thing. And
right,
it was just whenever it got going, yes, 100% loved it. But it's never been a high octane show, and they need to do a bit of storytelling and backstory, and that was fine. I have no problem with the episode. It just wasn't 100% all the way through.
Yeah. I loved it. Like, I liked the idea that Agatha obviously wanted to assert her dominance into the situation,
but she didn't T-pose.
Yeah. I mean, she showed Wanda, hey, but then I got the feeling that it went from, listen, this is my game. What are you doing here? It's almost like, how are you able to do this? It went from a thing of, this is my assertion, to a little bit of jealousy because she wants to know how she's doing this. And then as the episode progresses, I feel like she was like helping her and was like guiding her until that last 2 minutes of the episode. And I kind of really liked just watching Agatha through that this episode.
Yeah, and to your point, there may be a bill of goods here. Agatha can be construed as maybe not the baddest person. I mean, even though she is at the end, she's got the kids, right. Through that whole episode, you can kind of, if you're not looking at it through the lens of that episode beforehand of the big reveal and it was her and all that kind of thing, she does kind of step through the episode as like, hey, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, and up until the end, you're absolutely right. It is, if you're not paying attention, you could just leave her as the bad guy, but you could question it.
Yeah.
And
I felt
a lot of my
there
expectation with the episode is the problem, because I wanted Darkhold. I want to know what's going on with Senior Scratchy. I want to know what's going on with Evan Peters and Monica. And we got no resolution for any of that in this episode. It was just rerun, telling the story up to this point, showing us a little bit new information. And that now they're going to fit all that into this last episode, and we don't know how long it's going to be. It's not going to be an hour and a half. It's not going to be a movie length episode.
I've read 50 minutes. Well, 50 minutes total runtime, and you calculate in 6 minutes there. So you're probably looking at a 42, 43 minute episode to wrap things up. And I think we will wrap things up in just a couple of days. This will be wrapped up. We'll have a week off, and then we'll jump into Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Like a day and a half. Like it's like
I know.
3 a.m.
I'm ready for it. I am It's my day off. That Friday is my day off. I already told Michelle I'm keeping my work alarms set, and 4:40 a.m. rolls around. I'm going to be up and watching WandaVision, my normal work time when I try to watch it on the way or when I first get to work. So yeah, I don't plan on changing it. I want to know what's going on as early as possible. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Hey,
So-
what is this Kool-Aid you got spilling out? Are you drinking Kool-Aid on the what is this? What is this Captain Britain? What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about?
Hey,
not
I
a-
like this
Oh, my
rumor. I like it. I like it. Look, if
Captain
you're,
Britain's blonde, sir.
oh, I'm sorry. I wish, God, if only somebody would invent hair dye. It's just impossible. Somebody could one of these days. Yeah. You know what? If Cavill's out in DC, which we don't know because that is very
Absolutely, we don't.
jumbled.
He is. I
It's
mean,
just, I don't think he knows what's going on. That
he's
is a
never said.
jumbled
He's
mess.
already said that his cape is still in his closet.
Yeah, I like
But
Cavill. I like Cavill. He keeps his mouth closed and just goes about his business and stuff. But if DC decides to ditch Mr. Cavill, I would gladly take him as a Captain Britain in the MCU if they feel like expanding that far into the cinematic universe. I say bring it on. That would be cool. I mean, hey, DC tried to snipe James Gunn when he wasn't under contract, so that, I mean, no hard feelings there.
Tried.
I'm looking forward to a straight up awesome Suicide Squad movie. So hey, if you want to share some actors, we'll take Cavill. I'd watch a Captain Britain movie. That would be awesome.
well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Dude,
know. I've never read a really great Captain Britain story, and
It
I've
doesn't
got
matter. It's Henry
plenty
Cavill.
of them. But
It's Henry
I don't
Cavill,
know.
man.
Of course, I've never read a great Witcher story either. But
Yeah,
that
and
series was great.
Witcher season 2 wrapped shooting today. I read right when I got out of work. I was
Nice.
getting a notification. Witcher 2 is finished filming as of right now. So yes. The article was saying they really did a great job through this pandemic of pushing through, working with schedules, finding times for certain people to be on set while certain people weren't on set. And
Mhm.
if they pulled this off and it's just as good as season 1, I am so pumped. I am beyond excited for Witcher season 2 because now we
Yeah,
get to the good
absolutely.
stuff. Now we get to some good stuff.
I kind of now I never played a Witcher game, but that show, I mean,
Makes you
you
wanna
didn't need
play.
to. That show was great, absolutely
Yeah.
great. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I do. At some
Yeah,
point,
you need to
when
play. You need
my
to play.
children are out of the house, absolutely.
Yeah, Witcher 3, you'll be good. Just
But speaking of wrapping up and starting movies, we got notification that Black Adam is going to start filming next month.
Ooh.
I kind of really, I mean, has The Rock done any superhero? I mean, besides Fast and the Furious being superhero car movie,
Right.
Rock hasn't done anything that's superhero. I mean,
I'm trying to
besides,
think.
I mean, you could say,
Moana.
well, yeah, I mean, but that's not live action.
Right.
So if he steps into this role and
And he crushes it, which
crushes
he will.
it,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those situations. Like, what if Black Adam ends up being more popular than or than Shazam? I'm sorry.
Well, I can tell you this. In this house, we own 2 DC movies. Like we have purchased them.
Mhm.
We own besides the normal DCEU. I lie. When we have Man of Steel and Justice League and all those. But
We know you love Green Lantern. We got it. Come on.
we have Shazam. Shazam is a constant in this house. We love it. Probably
it's a
every
great
other
movie.
weekend. Yeah, it's up there. Michelle said she now puts it above Wonder Woman just because she watched Wonder Woman 84, which made her hate Wonder Woman. So now she moved Shazam up to the
It's like,
top.
what are we
Yeah.
doing? What?
Yeah, because once she's seen Wonder Woman 84, she was like, you know what? That kind of makes me not like Wonder Woman anymore. So
Yeah,
now
-2
she's
plus
moved
2.
Shazam
We're
to
back
the
to
top.
0. Yeah, I got you.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It's great, man. I love that. I love that movie. It's so good.
Yeah, so if you're asking me, Shazam, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, perfectly fine. Like if
Absolutely.
uh, those are really good movies to rewatch.
Oh, yeah.
But I am going to watch in the middle of this month, 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Justice League, 4 hours.
Yeah. 4 hours. Is that
4
honestly
hours.
the official runtime?
4 hours. Yeah. You're going to have to plan that one.
Man, it's a good thing it's going to be on HBO Max because there's going to be several pee breaks.
Yeah.
Like, that's unreal. I'm excited. I really am. I'm pumped, 4 hours. It's honestly, you hope it's good. You hope it keeps you hooked for 4 hours, because if they can pull that off, you've done great. You've corrected a lot of issues. Obviously, you have enough time to tell the story that you want. So there shouldn't be any excuses for it to be bad. But then again, Warner Brothers is involved. So there's always that little asterisk that says, this is Warner Brothers. They could be messing with stuff. So, even if Zack goes in and it's like, here it is, my masterpiece, my exact vision. And then Warner Brothers is like, well, can we do the editing?
Well, here you want it to be Zack Snyder Watchmen. I mean, you want it to be that kind of level movie. What you don't want it to be is Peter Jackson's The Hobbit, it's Lord of the Rings versus The Hobbit, basically. I mean, one was wonderful, epic, perfect. The other is way overblown.
Trash.
Ninja dwarves don't exist. What are you doing? And he came out and said, yeah, I'm sorry.
Trash. Booze head.
But yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm pumped to watch Justice League.
Yeah.
Let's see how
and then like 2 weeks after that, you're going to get to see Mortal Kombat. So
and then we'll have, they're the same time we have Bad Batch coming out. We have Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, I am so excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Have you seen the shots of Zemo's outfit?
I've seen him with the mask on, but no, not the full outfit. No.
Yeah, I'm fine with just seeing the mask. I was like, oh, it looks good. It's gonna be awesome. I'm pumped for that. I'm excited to see the whole, like, what is the story we're gonna get to see? How much of the story are we gonna get to see from Falcon and Winter Soldier? Because those previews look pretty intricate. Like, we're gonna get to see a lot of different stuff going on. So I'm excited.
You've also got to remember Falcon and Winter Soldier, even though a lot of people are sleeping on it, you got to remember that it is confirmed that some of that stuff is happening in Madripoor. That is a X-Men tied name. Nothing else happened in Madripoor but like Wolverine and his patch area, and Black Widow and Captain America's first meeting with Wolverine there, and a whole bunch of criminal syndicate mutants. That whole thing is the only thing that's ever been known for, and it's in this series. So
they'll probably,
and the rumors swirled that they're Omega Red. Right now X-Men number 4 is so high because Omega Red is supposed to show up in this series.
Oh wow. Do you think he will just be created once Wanda creates mutants, or what?
Well, if they're smart with it, they'll tie into the KGB and the Winter Soldier program that Hydra through the KGB was doing, and and just tie Omega Red to that, because he was part of the I don't remember the exact origin, but I know that a lot of these people are tied to the Captain America program.
Right.
Wolverine was the Canadian program, Department H, and then Omega Red was out of the and so was the Red Guardian.
Right.
a lot of that, a whole bunch of characters are tied to that. Just the way they did it in the Marvel movies, where
Yeah.
they made Hulk an extension of them working on the Captain America, program, but they used gamma rays instead of Vita rays.
It's gonna be so good, man.
I did want to mention something popped up this week in one of the Transformer sites. I did want to mention. So, Sean, you're a CGC guy, comic guy. You like seeing stuff, high in value. How would you feel about a 9.9 Transformers #1?
That'd be pretty
CGC. Sweet. What do you think that would go for?
I have no idea. Off the top of my head, I would say $1,000, but it's 9.9. You remember seen
it's the only one recorded in the CGC.
Here's the deal. I saw at a con, I think I took a picture of it. I saw a 10.0 at a con, and it really wasn't a key book, but it was a 10.0, and that was $1,500 just because it was a 10.0. So I'm gonna shoot the way you're talking. I'm gonna say $2,500.
2,500. Okay.
Yeah.
So Transformers #1, 1982 to 83. I don't remember the exact. 9.9 CGC census. $40,000 at auction.
Unreal. See, if I ever had something that was like that and unique, it would be. I just always feel like the numbers out of those auctions are so worth it to the person selling that item, because out of those auctions, you bring the cream of the crop of collectors or buyers, and price really isn't a thing to them. They just throw up magical numbers. So good on that person, whoever had that 9.9. Way to go, because the rest of us, we go and we see $400 or $500 book, and that's man, woo, that's a solid book right there. So good on that person, man. 40 grand. That's incredible. That's awesome. Good on.
So what ballpark? Now I don't want to call you out, and you don't have to tell me
what you got.
What do you think is the most you've spent on one book?
Oh, the most I've ever spent on any one book? Probably like $80, $90. The most ever. Maybe 80. I think 80.
I think I can't think of what it would be. Like, I honestly can't think of, because everything I'm in the Wild Hunter.
Yeah.
So
I don't pay,
don't get me wrong, $20, $30 a book. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times, but
right.
Like an 80, 90, start getting in that range. Like, I've never dropped a bill on one book.
I don't know if I have
that I can think of.
I do have a gift card for $100 at Collector's Paradise that I still need to spend. So that could be me dropping a bill on a good book. But yeah, I don't think I've ever spent over 100 on a book easily. It's in that 70 to 80 range. And most of the times I buy big. If I'm getting a key, I try to pepper in other stuff so that it at least makes me feel better when I haggle a deal about spending a certain amount. Probably 120, 130 for a single stop at a stand is the most I've ever done.
Oh, so, yeah. Like, we won't talk about what the last collection I bought, but anyway, the books ended up being about 80 cents a piece. So
yeah. I mean, I'm just not, if I seen something and I really liked it, I'm too much of a penny pincher. I have buyer's remorse. I see things immediately, I get all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I'm ready to buy it. And then I get up to the moment, and I'm like, yeah. But I'll see that number came out of my bank account, and that makes me go, never mind. It was nice. You're pretty. You're good looking, but I'm not going to buy you.
Pull out dive. You're free. Nope. You're what? You're almost back. You're roboting a little. No.
See.
Oh, yes.
I'm not any at all.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
haven't
were
done any.
for a moment you were just an avatar and you sounded like Ultron trying to come back from the dead.
See, that's unreal because I haven't had any issues on this end whatsoever.
Awesome.
Not any.
But you're back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I don't ever go out there and just, oh, do I need to save up to buy this book? You know,
Yeah.
I do, bulk, and I do like an auction, at the lowest price, or a low
Right.
bid or something like that. But just it's so hard to go this much for one book. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I know other people are like, give me that slab, give me that
Yeah.
9.8.
Exactly.
But
Oh,
yeah, anyway, I thought that was kind of cool, so I wanted to mention it. Now,
that's
if we
awesome.
move on to movies and stuff, I did see a trailer for a movie I do want to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but have you seen the trailer for Boss Level on Hulu?
I did. With
It's got
Crossbones.
Crossbones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he even drops the Captain America line when he goes, I can do this all day. I was like, yeah, I love it. Crossbones dropping Captain America
And
line.
I really like that guy. I loved seeing him show back up in
Oh, yeah.
Endgame.
Frank
And
Grillo. Mhm.
yeah, and I heard his the Purge movie with him is absolutely
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
And to see he has kind of a charisma to him,
Yeah, I
and
like it. I like
he's a
it.
tough guy. I like him. Yeah,
I like
I
it.
like
Yeah.
he's good on screen.
Boss Level definitely looks fun. Does that mean you're going to need Hulu or do you have Hulu?
I have Hulu. Yeah,
Oh,
I just need
nice.
to find time. Yep.
See, and as we move down where it says I broke down, got it, and don't regret it, that is because, my friend, I will be able to watch Justice League with you because I now have HBO Max.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and
you can just abuse the heck out of it.
we absolutely love it. We have been watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as our go to sleep every night, and we're also watching what is it? I'll Be Alone in the Dark. The Michelle McNamara documentary about, she was Patton Oswalt's wife, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
she did a lot of research on her own that even posthumously her research was able to help
I was to say, I don't think she did any posthumous research, Sean.
even her research.
Yeah, I got you.
posthumously.
That was in my head.
Yes. Helped catch the Golden State Killer. So we've been just doing an episode at night, and man, that guy was ridiculous and sick, and she was an incredible person to just pick up and do all the research she did. Such a good documentary so far. We'll probably wrap that up tonight, and I'm just loving HBO Max, really.
It's got the West Wing. I'm rewatching West Wing episodes on there. You got your Criterion movies, like I'm in the middle of Seven Samurai. It's got all your Warner Brothers stuff that you can watch.
Well, we're excited because we watched we like DC animation, so Michelle loved Justice League Dark. So when we knew there was Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, we wanted to get it, but that's things like $25. So we were happy to have it. That was the actual first thing we watched on HBO Max was Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. And man, I friggin' loved it. I loved it.
Nice.
I want Constantine live action, not Keanu Reeves. I want the other guy. I want Matt Ryan.
You know that's become a cult movie. I liked that. I will argue.
No. We own Constantine.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I know that's not Constantine. That is somebody Keanu Reeves is playing whose name is Constantine, and it's a good movie. I get it. Yeah. That Matt Ryan is almost a perfect Constantine. Yes, I agree. But I still like that other movie. I can enjoy
there's
it.
Nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, and we're just straight up loving it. So, I gave up my Hulu Live due to sports season being over with and picked up HBO Max because it's like I told Michelle. I was like, let's try it. We'll at least watch the Justice League. And as soon as it all got in there and we could start searching through what all was on. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
the documentaries I am going to eat up. I am so excited for.
Oh yeah, because I know you don't like spending that money, so you're going to get your money's worth. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah. I'll get my money's worth out of it. But yeah, I finally broke down and got HBO Max. Absolutely loving it.
Nice. So one more thing before we go, I did have local haul. Did want to share. I did get Miss Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers is a popular thing.
Yeah.
And so her series ran 23 comics, which I've got most of it. But did you know?
Did I know?
You have the first appearance of Rogue.
Yes, I do.
Avengers Annual 10. And that story kind of starts like right at the end of a story.
Okay.
You've got the first page, like you see this blonde girl being thrown over a bridge. And Spider-Woman comes in and catches her and takes her in. Well, that story was originally planned. There were 2 more issues. Miss Marvel was canceled. And there were 2 more issues written that led into the first appearance of Rogue and the fight that became Avengers Annual 10.
Okay.
Well, years later in the 90s, there was a Marvel Superheroes relaunch. And in Marvel Superheroes it's not numbered. It's Summer 92.
Okay.
Miss Marvel number 24. It even has the cover in here of what it was going to be.
That's crazy.
They tell the story. This would have been the in canon second appearance of Sabretooth.
Oh, wow.
The way the story was planned. Iron Fist number 14, then Miss Marvel number 24. And then they also did a last issue, number 25, which is in this Marvel Superheroes 92 fall, that features the fight with Rogue that she had.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
And now this I won, I believe I got off eBay for a song. It was just somebody was selling it. And I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that.
That's
and then
awesome.
we were at Comic Ninja in Jonesboro getting dollar comics for my wife's classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this, which is because of that Captain Marvel story in here, it's kind of a popular item. I snagged this for $4. So I might be able to come off of that. And then I did speak about an eBay auction I won to you. I don't think I mentioned on the podcast, but it was a bunch of Captain America, early 90s Captain America, some maybe late 80 in there. I mean, no first appearances of like John Walker, U.S. agent kind of thing.
Right.
But if you look right there, there's some familiar for characters. And speaking of Frank Grillo, there's a character he played called Crossbones. And right there, a very nice copy, is the first appearance of Crossbones.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Just in a bulk right there on top for it was like $10 for 10 comics. Wow.
Yeah. And nice.
Now I have first appearance of Crossbones.
Well, see, I have Fantastic Four 110 this week.
I like that cover. That's a beautiful cover.
Nice Agatha cover. I would have Fantastic Four 94 to show you, but thanks to our wonderful postal service, it has flown from Pennsylvania to Mississippi. And then Mississippi did Mississippi things to it probably. And it's been sitting there in South Haven, Mississippi for 4 days.
Nukchuck.
Yeah. It better make its way here. It better make its way here soon. I'm giving it till tomorrow. And then the Postal Service will be receiving a phone call from me, which I'm sure they will enjoy.
Flaming Fury. What was that? Fantastic Four 110?
Yes.
Oh, 110. Okay.
110.
Yeah.
Yes. 110.
You've got one I don't, because I've got 102, and then the next one I've got is 115. So
nice. Well, all right. Where on the interwebs can they find you, Ricky?
Well, you can find me at Ricky Westbrook on Twitter. You can search Not So Southern Gentleman on Facebook. You can at Not So Southern G's on Twitter.
Yep. You can send us an email at notsosoutherngentleman@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at Maynard98 and Super Kami Guru on TikTok. I've been uploading daily. It's been fun. I'm kind of addicted to watching the videos. I never planned on starting anything, and now I'm kind of addicted to both. So it's a really fun app. I'm having a blast with it. So if you want to hop on over there, like we said, send us an email, hit us up on any of our social media, and we look forward to hearing from you. Rick, for Not So Southern Gentlemen, I'm Sean.
I'm Rick. I'll be Rick today.
All right, good. Y'all have a good one.